the new Mercedes CLS. With its big muscles and bold grille, it's a far more masculine car than its feminine predecessor.
You might be thinking this new shape isn't quite as sleek as the old one, but here's a surprise, because it's actually 10% more aerodynamic. Really?
And that pretty much sums up the new CLS. While it may not create a whole new niche of vehicle like the old one did, it does still have some innovations up its sleeve.
These headlamps each contain 71 LEDs, and the beam they create is closer to natural daylight than you get from normal xenons. Now the units themselves can do main beam, they can also do high beam, and they're directional, which is a first for an LED headlamp on any production car. These cool frameless doors are made completely out of aluminium, which is a first for a production Mercedes. If they were made out of steel, they'd be 24 kilograms heavier. In fact, the CLS's bonnet, its wings, and its boot are also made out of aluminium to help keep weight down. You see that? Now, it might look like a normal parking sensor to you, but the ones on this CLS can actually tell if there's a car in your blind spot as you're driving along. And if there is and you accidentally steer into its path, the car will automatically brake the wheels on the opposite side of the vehicle to effectively steer you away from a collision. Anyway, that's enough talking tech. We probably better see what this new car is like to drive.
This car is a 350 CDI, and its V6 diesel can do 47 miles per gallon, which means it's 21% more efficient than the old car. The question is though, does it still feel fast?
Yes!
With 265 horsepower on tap, 0 to 62 miles an hour takes just 6.2 seconds. But performance is nothing without poise. And the fact that the CLS now has electromechanical rather than hydraulic power steering could be a worry. However, Mercedes claim the new system is actually sharper and more responsive. So is it?
Yes.
The CLS takes its suspension from the E-Class. However, it's been tuned for a more engaging driving experience. But has this worked?
Of course, yes. Although I should probably stop being quite so glib and, provide you with a little bit of colour, because dynamically this new CLS really does move the game on in terms of handling. I mean, you get it on a twisty road like this and it really is really good fun. And yet, when you're just cruising along, it's supremely comfortable as well. But the best bit, the most surprising thing is just how quiet it is. It's just so serene in here.
As for the interior, well, it's a bit like a cross between that in the SLS AMG and the E-Class. And unlike with the previous CLS, the cabin does feel worthy of the car's £50,000 price tag. But what's life like for those in the back?
This car's ever so slightly longer, wider and taller than its predecessor, and that means there's a little bit more interior space. If you look, knee room's generous, and headroom, well, personally, I'm just about okay. Although I do think that anyone that's much over 6 foot probably will end up with a bit of, a crick neck. So then, what's the overall verdict on the new CLS? Well, I have to say, it's not as groundbreaking as the original, but then it's not going to be, is it? Because it's not creating a whole new class of vehicle. However, I do think that it is better in every conceivable way. And yes, I do also mean in the way it looks.